Hi, my name is Leskew and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm doing a series of videos on meditation specifically aimed at the business community. And if you want to know a little bit more about what meditation is and why you should do it, please check out my earlier videos. So today's video is about interruptions and how they affect us in our life. And not only interruptions, but things that we actually do to ourselves, that we actually interrupt ourselves. So there's been a lot of theories that the more we cram into our life, the more productive we'll be and the better we'll feel. And that's actually modern science, like current science, is showing that's not to be true. That's not the case. And one of the biggest reasons is that we actually feel most relaxed when we're concentrated. And when we're interrupted all the time, that creates stress. And in today's workplace, they've done studies that show that the average person in the West takes about 25 minutes to become focused on a task. In another study, they found that the average person actually gets interrupted every 11 minutes. 25 minutes to focus and concentrate, 11 minutes for interruptions. Well, what does that mean? It means, first of all, that we're never getting our best work done because we're never focused and in a place of concentration. So I like to use sports analogies, so I'm going to use another one here today. So if you are an athlete, or you've even done, like, say, a walk or a 10K run, or you even are aware of anything about sports, it can even be like piano or art. When you first start to do it, you have a warm-up phase, and then you get into where your body's now ready to go. Well, your mind and your focus and concentration has that as well. So when we first start off at a task, it's actually taking us 25 minutes to get to the point where we're actually doing our best work. But if we're getting interrupted every 11 minutes, it's like the equivalent of running a 10K with the speed that you're doing of your warm-up all day long and expecting to get a good result. Can you run a 10K? Yeah. Is it going to be anywhere near what you're capable of? No. And the subjective experience is probably that it's not going to be enjoyable as it would be as if you were fully warmed up, relaxed, and ready to go. So what are some of the things how we interrupt ourselves? Oh, by the way, I just wanted to include another fact. If you meditate, you can reduce that 25 minutes down to 2 minutes. So if you get interrupted on a task, because you're practiced at becoming focused and practiced at concentrating, your time to get that warm-up done where you can actually be at full concentration is 2 minutes. That being said, the majority of us aren't there. So what are some things that you can do every day? Well, the first thing is if you can even schedule 30 minutes in your day where you have absolutely no interruptions. So by interruptions, I mean you're not checking your email, you're not checking text messages or anything to do with your phone or any other electronic device, unless you're actually handling those things from that device, handling your messages and dealing with it, but only doing them one at a time. And to start with, I actually recommend not using your device because it's really easy to get interrupted when you have one or you're using one. So spending minimum 30 minutes and ideally 60 minutes at a time doing one task. My own experience, I did this in my own business, and actually not for this reason, just because I had a big project and it wasn't getting completed when I was in the office because I was getting interrupted all the time. So I took one day a week to work from home. So I'd gone from having zero time really to work on this project and kind of nothing getting done to taking this day to work at home, spending 3 hours on stuff to do at the office, spending another 3 hours on stuff to do with this project, and I had a whole day's work plus some done at the end of 6 hours, which would normally have taken me about 10 hours at the office. And it was better quality work. that was a real lesson to me, that even though I know that I'm really good at concentrating and that I can get my concentration back quickly, that productivity and ability to be focused on task matters. So if you get nothing else out of all of these videos I'm doing, this is the most important thing, both for yourself and for the teams that you're leading. Make sure they have time that they can actually focus on their most important tasks without interruptions. Ideally, you should have 2 hours a day or more where you can work uninterrupted. The majority of people, it's not going to be able to be the whole day. You do have to have interactions with other people. But when you schedule that time where you can actually be uninterrupted, tremendous amount of work gets done, better work gets done, and your subjective experience of your work is that it takes way less effort. Because what happens when we have things coming at us all the time, it starts to create stress in our bodies. When we can focus on one thing at a time, we actually have control over that, and our body relaxes, our nervous system relaxes, saying, I can handle this. So I'm going to cover that in future videos, and I hope this has been helpful to you today. So try and find 30 to 60 minutes where you can work uninterrupted and see what happens in your life. I look forward to talking to you on future videos, and thank you for watching.